Good morning. Here we are. You are going to be getting ready for your first digital class, not live. No one else is here. So if you're taking this, you are just going to see me and you don't have to worry about speaker view or any of those things. It's just you and I taking this class. But in order to be kosher about all those things, let's make sure that I've got all this taken care of. So always consult with your physician before engaging in any physical activity program. By participating in this online exercise class, you assume all dangers, hazards, risks of such participation. The exercises I demonstrate can be physically demanding, so if you're unable to safely perform, please modify it for your own safety. Here we are, first one done this way. We'll see how this goes. Let's start them like we start all other classes. Make sure you have some water close by because you're going to have your water breaks. And go ahead and just start to move your body. Roll the shoulders. It's a good place to start. Couple more go this way. 2 and 1. Let's take and roll them forward. Nice big circles coming up to your ears. Down to the floor with the shoulders as they come away from your ears. 2 and 1. Find a place, plant those feet directly below the hips so that the legs are drawn right out of the hip area. You've got hip width stance then, and you are going to move those hips, making hip circles. As you come to the side and front, take a little split second and just linger a little longer to open up all around the hips. We've got 3 more this way. And 2. And last one. Little pause. You're going to go the other way. Notice and assess for anything that feels a little different, maybe a little bit tighter. Maybe this direction is a little easier. Check it out when you come forward. Squeeze the glutes behind you to really open up the front side of the hip. Those hip flexors can get nice space. 2 more here. All right. And let's work the ankles. You're going to need to find some balance right off the top. Single leg balance. Check it out, make sure you can lift that other leg off the floor, just a little bit even. And now point the toe down to the floor, circle the heel. Nice big circles in the back with that heel. 2 more this way. And just to make sure you've got all the range, let's go the other way with those circles. 3, 2, last one. Can you extend this leg now? Heel out in front and think of a windshield wiper with that foot. So you've got the windshield wipe effect with your foot. You're going to feel a little bit of movement all the way up here in that hip socket. Couple more. 2 and 1. Bring those feet back underneath you, bring both underneath you. We'll go to the other side. You're standing on one leg here again. Balance can be very different one side to the other, so check in with this leg. The standing leg is one that you want to keep the knee kind of soft. So try not to lock that knee out. You want to have a little bend, slight bend to it. And we'll start with those heel circles again. The toe is down. You're rolling circles here. Always our favorite direction first. 2 more here. And now let's take it the other way. Really feel for all areas in your circle there. See if you can feel this all the way up into the lower calf, maybe down below the heel. Last one. And let's try that windshield wiper with the foot again. So you're really getting a good knee bend here. Hinging forward, I'll turn to the side and show that again. And then you know the windshield wipe. The heel is in touch with the floor. And you're just taking that toe to the baby toe side, to the big toe side. Pivot back and forth. 3, 2, and 1. We're ready for that breath work. So I like to wrap right around the rib cage. We're going to think about sending our breath into certain spots in our body. That first place we're going to take it though is right up front here. So feel the air come in, expand the chest. Nice deep breath here in through the nose. And exhale, think about blowing out your birthday candles. Second one, we're going to get a little wider here. You're going to feel as if there's space coming in to that whole rib cage area. Your hands are going to feel like they're coming apart. Try it here. Inhale. Exhale. The third one, we're going to take it to the back side. So just like we drew in for the front, let's draw in for the back side of the chest wall. Your thumbs are right there to give you kind of a key area to zoom. Why not zoom in on it? Bring that breath in. Exhale. Now try belly breath with me. Hands can come right up front, placed on the abdomen. We're going to breathe in so deep that we can feel that expansion come. Try it here. Draw in. Exhale out. I want you to try and keep that feeling going, even though you're going to bring in the rest of the body here again. So in through the nose. Think of inflating that balloon. Exhale. 2 more. Deep breath in. And out. 1 more. Ooh. If you've got tension, stress, anything feels a little tight yet, we'll warm up more, but start to think of just letting it melt away and melt off. Roll your shoulders a couple times. Now we have spinal work. So you are setting up all the segments of our spine so that we're good and safe for all of the activity we have coming up. Try to find that hip width apart stance again. I'm going to turn to the side here for a little demo. Knees are soft. We're starting at the bottom of our spine. So we're going to be tucking that tailbone under slightly. Squeeze those glutes. You take that breath and exhale here as you pull everything underneath and let it go. Reset, get a new breath. Tuck under and squeeze while you exhale. We have 4 more. Tuck, squeeze, exhale. Here's 3. Tuck and squeeze. Last 2. Tuck, squeeze. Final 1. Tuck under, squeeze. This is your foundation. So we're going to travel up the spine. Let's keep a little bit of a tuck here while we draw our arms right up next to the sides of our head. Think length here. Little posture check. You want to feel length coming from the crown of your head. Relax your jaw. Length through the torso. And here's a couple options. You can stay here working on that length, getting space between each of the vertebrae. If it's safe for you to angle over and there's going to be a little bit of a bend here, join me in that. We'll take a wrist, think length first, and reach. Now we're getting a little space on that side of the rib cage. 2 more. Taking that breath and then let it go as you find that full extension. 1 more. And reach. Let's take it to the other side. Guiding that other wrist, inhaling first, and let it go. 2, Final one right here. Nice big up. Separate those hands and wrists coming down. Pause right here with the arms at shoulder height. I've got a nice bend in the elbow. We're going to work the middle portion of the spine, thoracic spine here, and very carefully check on the twist, check on the rotation you get. You haven't moved around too much yet. It might start out kind of stiff. And then as you open those spaces up, you'll find you're staying a little farther behind you. One more set here. Great work. Let those elbows come into your side. Let your arms extend, roll your shoulders out. So we have some cars. That's the controlled articulated rotation. We're going to use them for the shoulders right now. Taking long arms out in front as if you're holding candlesticks. And we're going to just very deliberately move through the motion of shoulder rolls, but they're going to have slight pauses. Our first motion takes up to the ears. Now send them out, lower them, they come to the floor, and then pull them back. You're thinking of a nice pinch between your shoulder blades. We'll try it again. Up, out, lower, pulling back. Great work. I'm going to take you through this next. We'll go reverse now, and I'll go from the other side just so you see a different angle. So now what we're in that lower position, we're pulled back, sending the shoulders out while we keep them low. They're out here. Now we're going to raise them up so they come up in front of our ears. Pull back and set them down. We've got one more. Out, up, pull it back, lower down with a slight pinch in the shoulder blades behind you and the shoulders away from our ears. We should find ourselves in a pretty nice relaxed position. Now we're going to work just cervical spine, so it's the top portion of our long spinal column here, starting with looking over the shoulders, right and left. Check in with where your knees are at here. What I mean by that is keeping them soft. We don't want to lock them out while we're working another part of the body. So make sure you got a little bounce, little give. That's our last one here. Now you're going to draw that chin up and take it to your chest. 3 more sets right here. 2. Final set. Find your pause. Your chin is level to the floor. Again, relax the jaw. We're going to use the spine here. We're going to tilt and take the ear over to the shoulder. Pause in the center and dip the other way. Trying to find space here through the neck as well. We're not holding these very long because we're in the warm up. At the end of class, we get to isolate and hold those nice stretches a little longer. That's our final one here. Pausing at the top. Now you're going to glide your chin out toward me, toward the camera, a little bit of like a turtle. Send the chin out and pull it back. 3, 2, and 1. And then relax. Roll those shoulders out. Let's find a little cat and cow. So options here, if you're comfortable getting on all 4s on the floor. I don't go to the floor in classes very often, but I'm going to show and demonstrate here that you would want to have your arm extending right out from the shoulder, wrists aligned directly underneath those shoulders as well. And then little space between the legs here. Comfort with either being on the toes or extending through the ankle and foot, it's up to you. And we're always starting at the bottom. Our tailbone tucks under and we round that spine followed up with the chin tucking into our chest. Then we tip the tailbone up, sink the belly to the floor, and finish off by looking up to the ceiling with our chin. That's an option. We would call on all fours. I'm going to finish off showing through the standing cat and cow. Same starting point, down at the bottom, tuck the tailbone, rounding that spine. You're looking in between that space you've got between your feet. And then we turn the tailbone up. The belly is coming to the floor and the chin is up. Once you've practiced it, try to find a flow between cat here and cow here. And then if you want to use your breath, an effective way is to exhale when you get into cat. Draw the breath in when you're in cow. Carry the breath in to cat and then release. Let's do one more here. And exhale. Take a moment and find a neutral spine. Notice how that means there's no roundness or arch. It's flat. So there is a little tuck of the tailbone, not as dramatic as when you're in cat. And then bracing in, pull the abs in, pull the belly button in, and you're good and braced here. So this is neutral spine. Maintaining that takes a little work. So take a break whenever you need it. I'm going to show you T-spine rotation from the standing position. I've taken my hand behind my head, follow my elbow as it comes to the floor, and I twist, looking to the side. Now I'm going to follow that elbow as it comes up behind my head, and I'm looking the other direction. Try a couple of those. I find I like a nice exhale when the elbow is down, and then take a breath in when the elbow comes up. Pausing in the center, readjust. You want that neutral spine. So again, we've got our shield, we're braced here through the core, and then we're switching sides. Elbow down, and elbow up. Two more. Last one. Again, finding center, tuck the tailbone under, stacking each vertebrae one on top of the next, coming up tall, right through the crown of our head, and roll the shoulders. Check. You have warm up done. In fact, the hardest part was done in the beginning. You came. Get some water. We're moving on to more activation. Start at the top. I've got some lateral lunges. Lateral always meaning side lunges that are coming up in strength. So we are going to need to move these hips a bit more so that we're good and warm for that. But in order to get to that place, let's get ourselves a little bit warmer yet. Find a nice heel walk. And what I mean by that is picking your toes up and then walking a few paces on your heel, going forward and going back in reverse. Make sure you've got those glutes tucked and squeezing. That tailbone's tucked and the glutes really squeezing to keep your balance and your strength. So again, forward and back. I would say 4 to 6 paces each direction. Start to bring your arms with you, a little robotic here, that's okay. Keep picking those toes up. We're gonna hang in here for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now I'm gonna take you all the way up to your toes. So I want the highest pair of heels, dig them out of the closet, and we're gonna put those on now. So let's come up to the toes, and you've got the same thing. Forward paces and backwards. Make sure you've taken a look, cleared the space behind you. We're forward and we're backwards. Again, Taps into the need for a little more balance when you go in reverse, of course. A few more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you're gonna find something in the middle. And what I like to do is think about coming forward in my shoes, my feet, my balance overall. I feel like I've got a 5% lean, and I've got a lot of surface, I would say, from the arch of my foot and forward, pushing into the floor. I want to walk with that feeling. There's probably a paper thin layer between my heel of the shoe and the floor, just a tiny little bit of space. So I'm going to take and walk that forward to you, pushing into the floor, pushing forward in my shoe. It's a little tricky to do it when you go in reverse, but give it a try. Just concentrating on those spaces at the bottom of our feet and into our shoe. We're going to go through all of those again a little quicker. Now you know what I'm looking for. March it out in between. In 5 seconds, we're going back to that heel walk, and we're going to be there for 20 seconds. Get comfortable. Here we go. Pick the toes up. You've got 20 seconds of a good heel walk. Start swinging those arms with you and squeeze the glutes, especially when you go in reverse. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Slight pause. We take it up into those high heels. Put them on, and you're forward and back. 20 seconds. So activation is still moving through different parts of the body, getting them warmer through movement. And we're not holding anything, we're using it. We're using the movement, nothing too strenuous yet. 3, 2, 1. That last one is just slight lift from the heels, mostly all about this 5-degree angle, and putting that push, that weight into the front part, the front 2/3 of your shoe and your foot. So just think of that angle coming forward. Finishing off with 20 seconds here. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, pedal it out, which is a nice little march. Let's get into a little bit of a march here. I want to warm you up a little more. Core temperature. 5-point scale. 1 being very easy, almost effortless. And 5 is our highest effort. That's our biggest push. So you have a range you can work in there, and that range can change during one workout. 3 can feel very different from the very beginning of class toward the middle part and end of class, and that's okay. It's all of your perceived exertion. So think of that scale, think of what it feels like to you. Right now, I'd like you to find 1 going into 2, because we've already been working a little bit, and like I said, 1 was almost no effort. So now we're getting into 2. If you're in a march with me, and I hope you are, you're picking those feet up off the floor, but yet they're landing directly underneath you. And notice how a march requires balance. You are on 1 foot for a split second. Let's take the upper body with us, meaning we bend the arms, nice right angle here, and it's helping us. If we were trying to get up a hill, the work we could get from our upper body would help the lower body. Your tempo has come up a little bit now, so you might feel more like this is a 3. And a 3 is work, but sustainable. You could take this walk, this march, and go with it for a period of time. Get around the neighborhood, get in a good walk. Holding on to this here, I want you to start to find what a 4 would be, and I'll count you into it. Maybe take your speed up, or another option is to bring the knees up a little higher. Let's try our first level 4 in about 8 seconds. Remember, you're at a level 3 here, and we're gonna go to a 4. 10 seconds only. 3, 2, 1. Tempo or knees up, whatever you feel makes it a little more work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come back to a 3. There you go. You got comfortable with 3, so you can find it quick. You can get back to it quick. Let's do that again with the 4. I'll count you down into it. And again, you're just turning it up a little bit. We'll be there for 10 seconds. 3, 2, here it is, level 4. It's not your all out, but it's a little more work. 3, 2, and 1. Back to a 3. You're ready for it. We're ready for it. Let's go to a level 5. We'll hold that level 5 for 10 seconds as well, but we're warmed up for it. We're ready. We're prepared. Our respirations, all those things have said, yes, we can take it on. In 5 seconds, do something bigger than your 4. 3, 2, here it is. Probably that tempo gets up a little bit higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, back to the 3. So you kind of get back to that one, that comfortable zone we were at, the sustainable one, the sustainable but still work. That's the one I want to take you back to. That's our threshold. We have another 5. Count you into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Quick legs, quick feet, pump the arms. 4, 3, 2, back into the 3. And today we get one more 5. We're gonna have more 5s than we did 4s. We'll be good and ready at the end of this. Give me 5 more seconds right here, and it'll be your last 5, your last intensity of 5. In 5, 4, 3, 2, here it is. Make it big, make it exciting. You're getting somewhere. 5, 4, 3, 2, take it to the 3. I don't want you to just drop off. Join me in a 3. Remember the sustainable walk, but we're rounding into home. And I want you to taper from the 3 into all levels. So we'll bring it into 2 and we'll bring it into 1. Let's start the decline here. Let's start pulling back. We're in the 2. And 2 might feel very different than that first 2 we had about 7 minutes ago. That's normal, that's okay. Can you taper it off even a little more? Nice deep breath in. Great job. And pulling back 5, 4, 3, 2. I encourage you to get another sip of water in. And we've got just a tiny bit more of activation and then we're into strength. Like I said, those hips have to get open. And we've got a little activation to do for the upper body. Let's find that single leg balance again. You had it at the beginning, try it again here. You're standing on one leg and the knee has a little softness to it. The opposite leg is going to do a little bit of work here in terms of moving around, but really we're getting work into the hips on both sides. Take that opposite leg out forward. No weight is on it. I can pick it up off the floor. And we're just simply going to go around the world, touching at the front. Take it to the side. Take it behind. Bring it back to the side. Let's do it again. Forward, side, back. One more round here. Forward, side, back, and side. Bring it in, slight little mini march underneath you. One more thing on this single leg, and then we'll switch sides. Find the balance, find the softness to the knee. We start this one by lifting in a front knee bend, and my leg is straight in front of me. I can turn to the side and show you how that looks here. I'm going to resume here this first position because now I'm just going to ask you to open the leg, bringing it out to the side, taking it back forward, and touching down at home. Let's do 3 more like that. Up, open, yes, balance is required, forward, and down. I forgot to mention and should that you can have that balance support anywhere, a chair, your barbell, any of those items, make sure they're close by and use as needed. Open, close. Let's do 1 more. Open, close, and mini march, pedal it out. We've got the same routine for the other side. We're getting closer to the strength section, second by second here. Check in on the balance here. Soft give. There we go. We start with our points, and that first point is out in front. Touch front, side, back, and side. Repeat. Front, side, back. 2 more. 2 more rounds, that is. Side, back, side, last one. Maintain that balance, use the support as needed, and bring those legs underneath you. Mini march it out. We've got those knee lifts and then opening to the side. Strike a pose, find that balance, and of course use the support as needed. Front knee bend, opening it out, returning it home, and down. 3 more. Up, out, closing that door. Last 2. Out, and 1. Great work. Balance can get you kind of heated up as well. So if you're feeling a rise in temperature, very normal. Last little bit, I just want to get those shoulders ready for us. And for you, you're in horse stance position. So I've just got on my horse. I want to kick in with squeezing those glutes. And I want to think inner thigh, squeezing around the horse so that I stay on. I don't want to fall off. Here we go into a Y position. Palms are facing me. We're going to bend those elbows, sliding the shoulder blades down behind us. Nice squeeze here, and then reaching it long. Let's do a few more pulls. Pull and extend. Pull and extend. Let's count it down. 5, 4. Counting with me helps you use that breath appropriately. With an exhale right here. 2 and 1. Join me with extended arms. You've got those candlesticks back with you. I would say stay in that horse stance if you can. Maintain it here. Now you're going to pull those arms in, bending the elbows, sliding the candlesticks. They're getting close to your chest now. Don't blow them out and let them go out in front again. Pull and squeeze. And extend. Let's use the breath and count 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower those arms down. All right, time to get that extra sip of water in. And if you have dumbbells, they're not necessary, but they will add to the experience in our strength work. And that's what we have coming up. We have some side lunges and we have some shoulder press. Let's take a look at the technique for our lateral or our side lunge. I'm starting in a narrow stance and I'm going to be heading out to one side and then on repeat. So you want to have that space cleared. In fact, I think I'll start over this way and come out. I'm going to draw the leg that I'm lunging into away from my body. Full foot goes down to the floor, and this is the knee that bends. Now, when you have dumbbells with you, and even if you don't, your hands and fists can be at your side. You're just gonna make that nice shift over. Think of holding suitcases, and there's one on either side of that bending leg and knee. Here we go. That's our full lunge. I'm gonna ask you to push off, especially through the heel of that foot, and take yourself back home. Let's do 5 more there. So foot, heel, leg come out, we lower and press home. Here's 4. Again, exhale on that effort. Effort right here. 2 more. Great work. Last one. We are going to go to the other side for lunges, but before we do, let's get in a shoulder press. So let's stay on this same side of the body. Join me in taking that one arm up. Using one arm at a time is going to tax our core a little bit more. I'm making sure that I'm not flat up against a wall, but I've got a little bit of an angle coming from my shoulder here. It's that half goalpost position. And now we have press up and lower. Exhale, inhale. That's it. Remember our foundation. That's that tuck underneath and the squeeze of the glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing that arm, hand, and weight down, elbow tucks in at your side. We're doing that same series for the other side. If you're like me and clearing space over, just take a nice little leap over. Let's take a posture check. We want to make sure the crown of our head is up, our jaw is relaxed, shoulders are down. Our suitcases are traveling with us. We have 6 reps for this side lunge. Reaching out, lowering. My hips are going way back behind me, but I'm keeping my chest up and push back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Great work, and 1. Here we go, we're back home. We're gonna set up for that overhead press for this side. Checking in, little angle from that shoulder. We have 8. Press. I can see the dumbbell from the top view, all kind of peripheral vision here. 4. Recheck underneath. 3. Tailbone tuck, squeeze the glutes. 2. And 1. Tucking that elbow back in, extending the arm. Last exercise for strength are tricep kickbacks. So we're in this narrow stance. I'm going to bring that along for this exercise and turn to the side to show. Find that softness in your knees. Standing nice and tall, we need to find a hinge, which means we're going to angle from our hips, and let's call it about 10 degrees. My back stays flat, and I've got a little pinch between my shoulder blades. Now I'll take these dumbbells up right alongside my rib cage, tucked in close, elbows stay right next to my side. The kickback is the dumbbell traveling behind with a pause, and then home. I'll turn to the side. Reach back and under. Let's do 6 more. Press. Now I'm going to take my gaze to the floor, about 3 or 4 feet in front of me. I'm also going to think about my shoulders staying down away from my ears. 2 more. Last one. Let those dumbbells slide down, extend the arms, and release the dumbbell somewhere safe. We're going to take a quick water break, roll the shoulders out, and we've got another set. We'll see what time allows for us. This class might be slightly longer than your typical 45. That's okay. Hang with me. Let's go back to lunges. Setting up, we only have 6. Your suitcases are at your side. Take that leg out, sitting into it, lower, keeping the chest up, and press. Here's 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Single overhead press, getting in position and opening up to the goalpost. Remember, your core is going to reorganize to stabilize with that one arm press. Let's do 5 more here. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Tuck that elbow to your side, extend the arm. Find your position the other direction. Quick posture check, coming up nice and long through the crown of the head. And we're going to head out the other way. We've got 6. Out to the side, lunge. Press it back. Nice full breath. Exhale on the effort. 3. 2. And 1. Single arm overhead press, other side. In position. And we go 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Tuck the elbow in, extend the arm. Getting in position for tricep kickback. Softness in the knees. Thinking tall before we find that hinge and draw the dumbbells to our side. Let's do 8 on this one. 8. 7. Remember neutral spine? Pull the abs in, bracing around the core. You're halfway there. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Let those dumbbells slide down, extend the arms, coming out of the hinge and rolling the shoulders. Great work. If you need that sip of water, go ahead and take it. I'm going to take a few seconds here and we're just going to put everything together just for kind of an express round. Let's call it that. You're starting in that same starting position. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to utilize the lunge and we're going to come all the way back and find that overhead press. Staying with the same side. We'll only do 4 for each side. Here we go. Out to the lunge. Pressing home. Draw the arm up and press. Let's do 3. Lunge. Keeping good technique here and press. 2 more. Up. Last one. And press. Find that position on the other side. Space is cleared. We have 4. Let's go for it. Out. Oop, I forgot my suitcase over there. Take it up and press. Don't forget to take them with you. Proper technique, right? Here we go. Lower. And up. Last 2. And 1. And let's finish it off. 4 tricep kickbacks. Getting in position, tall, hinge, soft knees, and press for 4. 3. 2. And 1. Go ahead and let those arms just come to your side, coming out of that hinge, roll the shoulders. Find a safe place for those dumbbells and walk over, get another sip of water. We'll start cooling down. Heart rates are going to be coming down. And we'll take a little bit of a walk just to, again, bring those heart rates down. What would your 3 feel like now in a march? Again, it's just perceived. So whatever that 3 feels like for you. Hang on to it here 20 seconds. And then from here, we're gonna stretch things out. You're gonna get lighter here, bringing it to even a 2. That's gonna mean less arms. Little tap, light on your feet. 3, 2, and 1. Roll those shoulders out. Because we did shoulders, let's start there. Get a good wide base of support here, so I'm a little wider than hip width apart. Long arm is coming across in front, and then I'm taking the other arm to secure it. So they're crossing at the forearms here. Let's use our breath. Inhale. As you exhale, can you pull the arm in a little closer? Try it again. Inhale. Exhale. Gently release here, and we want to maintain that length. So we're just slowly going to let that arm come down and find a couple shoulder rolls here. We'll take it to the other side. Long arm with a catch. Inhale. Exhale and pull. This stretch should wrap all the way around that shoulder. Give it another inhale. Exhale. Releasing the arms. And shoulder roll. Doing something for the legs here. Let's kick out one leg in front. Toes are right up to the ceiling. In fact, if you can sense pulling those toes up higher toward the kneecap, that's going to allow us to get more extension through the back of the leg, and that's where we're headed. Pull out of your hips. And just as we did in strength, we're hinging over, catching a nice long stretch down the back of this leg. It'll start up here at the glute, travel down the back of the thigh, behind the knee. And as you pull those toes up, you're going to feel it through the calf. If you need balance or support, please feel free to utilize whatever you've got around here. You've probably got a little plan. One more inhale and exhale. Pushing off and taking ourselves up tall. Pedal it out again, walk it out, march it out. We want to go to the other side. Extend. Toes are up. Pulling out of those hips and finding that hinge. Find 2 full breaths right here, 2 full breaths. One more. Picking your torso up. Placing that foot back down. Again, pedal it out. We worked with those triceps too. Your hip width apart stance, so you're good and stable. One arm is coming up, and then pat yourself on the back. Such a good job today. Notice how you're getting that stretch from armpit all the way through the back of the arm. If you like to extend that stretch, I'm coming over with the other arm and just lightly touching the elbow. That seems to expand the stretch for me. I can feel it deeper from end to end. Holding here, deep breath in, and exhale. We're going to release both arms and then take it to the other side. Up, back. If you need a little extra, nice full breath in and out. Because of the exercises we did today, those are the stretches that complemented, and I would encourage you to repeat them throughout the day, as well as drink your water. Keep moving. Let's roll the shoulders. We're gonna finish off just making sure our neck is nice and long. You wanna think lifted through that crown and tilt the ear over to the shoulder. If it works for you to add a little extra, you can place the hand gently on the top, or I should say side of the head. We're stretching the outer part of the neck here. Deep breath in. As you exhale, let your head come back to center. We'll go the other way. Find a comfortable place that the head can just hang. Inhale. Exhale. And a shoulder roll to finish it off. Yet we still get our breath in together. And here we go. Take it in. And your workout for today, check, done. Way to go. Thanks, everybody.